This episode of What the Pod Was That is brought to you by BLNK CANVS brand. If you own a business, restaurant, or sports team and you're ready to shake things up with that new, unique image, you need to use BLNK CANVS brand. BLNK CANVS specializes in brand identity, including logos and graphics for business cards, flyers, banners, and signs. BLNK CANVS offers printing services to help with your clothing needs. Look, when it comes to talent and service, there is no one better. For more information, you can search Facebook for BLNK CANVS, or you can email blankcanvas@whatthepodwasthat.com. That's BLNKCANVS@whatthepodwasthat.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com.
What the Pod Was That may have content and language that isn't suitable for some. Listener discretion is advised.
Recorded live from the Maddie Johnson Podcast Studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina, this is What the Pod Was That. All material played on the show was found on the internet. The opinions about that material are our own. Please follow the show on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. Let's start the show. Howdy, hello, and welcome. This is What the Pod Was That. I am your Center Square Bear Gruber, joined by my friend and life-size yard gnome, Zac King. How are you, Zac?
I'm well.
Great.
I'm a life-size yard gnome.
I love it. I'm
That
going to
was
steal
what I said.
I'm thinking, who do I know that can be a life-size yard
I don't have the
gnome?
hat or anything. It's just the beard.
Could. You could grab that hat. We're not going to use that hat
Am I
anymore.
a Blues Brother gnome or?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. As well, we're joined by the only one of us at the table to bring life into this world and never stop talking about it, Cari Simmons. How are you, Cari?
Wow, I'm good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Those were awfully judgy.
And what do you do for the man who has everything?
I don't know. What do we do?
Put him on a podcast. Bear Gruber.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
I was trying to find it.
it exists. We want to start out with Cari telling us a story because Cari indicated in our chat that there was a police chase or
not a chase, but there were cops involved twice
twice.
with me. Yeah. So yes. Okay. Ready for me just to go ahead and.
Have you been talking to John, prisoner 155892?
No, there's nobody. Nobody in prison is involved. It's just me.
Then we're ready.
Okay, so I have this part-time job at a little beer tap place close by. So I'm not going to say the name because I don't know if they would be cool with it or not.
I will.
Yeah.
So
I have no issue with saying it's Crafty Draft in Lexington.
great, great, thanks.
We'll beep that out.
So normally after a shift. Typically, there are people that will stay and have a couple of beers, and I don't usually do that because it's on the other side of town. It's late, the dog, pick a reason, and then I usually head home.
Okay.
Well, oh my God, they're not here for me. I promise.
That was literally a car chase.
I think there was a car chase that just happened.
Yeah.
The blue light.
Oh,
Yeah.
To
They're right
another
there.
cop.
Yeah.
That was
All right,
was
live
kinda
from
crazy.
the GOT Sound Studio.
Bush River Road in Morning
Windsong
Hill.
and Bush River Road.
It's getting hairy. That was Dominique.
So I actually stay this one time, and I have this was like a Thursday a week ago, right?
Yeah.
So I stay and I have a shift beer.
Okay.
And that one shift beer turns into 2 shift beers, and then that 2 shift beer turns into 3 shift beers. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, well, Carrie's got to go.
Yeah.
Because it's probably midnight 30 at this time.
Sure.
Okay, get in my car, start driving down the road, and
The snorts
Snort
begin.
the first time I have my fucking shift beer, I go through a traffic check.
Really?
I'm like, holy crap. And I'm thinking I've hung out for like an hour and a half. I had 3 beers.
Yeah.
This is a weekend deal?
No, it's like a Thursday night. Yeah.
You know what? Traffic stop. Carrie's coming.
Yeah. And it was late. You could tell they were trying to wrap it up. And so the cop comes over here and I'm like, you guys, I don't know if you've ever had to do that, but I could have just peed on myself at that moment. I was scared. I was shaking.
Yeah.
So there's a cop. I have my ID, give it to him. There's a cop behind the car. And then there's the guy at the window, and I'm trying not to make eye contact, but I'm trying to be respectful. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So he says, he points at my ID. He's like, is this your name? Yes, sir. Is this your address? Yes, sir.
Right.
Is this where you're headed. Yes, sir.
I
He
gave
goes,
it to
okay.
you, dumbass.
He's like, okay, we're going to get you out of here as quickly as we can. I'm like, oh, fuck, thanks. So then he goes
Was
back.
that your out loud voice? Did you say that out
no,
loud? Oh, okay.
all in my head. Then he goes, we're good to go, right? Talking to the guy behind the car.
Yeah.
And he goes, no? Okay. He goes, I'm going to need you to pull over here.
What?
Oh, no.
Yes. So
All right.
at that point, I'm like, well, that's it. My dog's going to piss on the floor, and I'm going to die in jail tonight.
Right.
I mean,
At the very least.
Right.
At the very least.
Or
And
you're
then-
going to meet your next
husband, right?
love life.
My future ex-husband.
Yeah.
So I get over there. I'm freaking out. He comes up to me, tells me exactly where to park. And the one thing I do know, just do exactly what they tell you to
Sure.
do, right? So I park over there, wherever he tells me to park. He comes back and he says, you don't by any chance have an updated registration on you? And I said, sure I do. In my glove compartment. So I can pull out
Here's my Chuck E. Cheese card.
Yeah.
2019
Uh-oh.
to 2020 and 2020 to 2021. He's like, yeah, your tag's expired.
Ah.
And I'm like,
bastards about that.
no, it can't. And I'm thinking, it can't be. And I'm not arguing with him in my
Sure.
head. And I'm like, I paid the motorcycle. And I remember thinking, well, maybe I missed it. It's whatever o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to argue with him. I'm just going to say, yes, sir, my apologies. He comes back. He gives me a warning. And he says, get this taken care of. Call me before the 24th and we'll get you straightened out. Great. I go home. I vow to never, ever have a sip of beer and drink a car ever again.
Right.
And life goes on. So then last week I go out of town. Boston Rob comes down to visit, and we're in North Myrtle Beach. So we're out at the beach. Did not go and take care of the tag.
Cari.
I know.
All of the opportunity.
Yeah.
It was like one day. I was leaving the very next day. So anyway, it was my fault. So, and he's a retired police officer.
Sure. Oh, we all know Boston Rob.
So
what the fuck
Shout
are
out
you
to
doing?
Boston Rob.
So what happened to him though on the way down? He went from Boston to Philly and Philly into Columbia. Well, I guess getting on the airplane and either in Boston or Philly, he lost his license.
Dope.
So all he has when he gets here is a TWIC card. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
So he worked at the harbor. Anyway, it's some sort of
The Haba?
the harbor, the Boston Harbor.
So it's like a union card or something?
It's some sort of card that they use when boats come in. Like it can be used as a quote unquote passport.
Okay.
But apparently not very many people have heard. It's TWIC card. TWIC.
No.
And so he's like, I got my TWIC card. Everything's gonna be just fine. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. So he comes into town. We're out one afternoon. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon.
All right.
We go to this place called Dagwoods. We have some appetizers and we have several drinks. And I'm like, all right, let's get out of here because I don't want to be out when it's dark drinking and driving.
But you'll do it with the tag.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm not going to be driving. I need you to drive. It's like, all right. And he tells me, he's like, look, in his Boston accent, if we get pulled over, don't say a fucking word. Just just shut up. Don't let me do the talking. Okay.
So this is a
I
TWIC
can't do
card,
that.
not a driver's
That's a
license.
good plan, officer.
I'm a ride
Former
or die
officer.
person, right?
Yeah.
So I can do this. So we get on the road. We get there's 2 miles from the condo. There's a place called Bullanos. It's an IGA.
But you said Boston Rob used to be a police officer.
Correct.
So he's probably like, I know the bullshit you're going to go through if you
Exactly.
pull me over.
As long as your tag's not been changed, you're good.
Exactly. So we pull into a parking spot at the IGA, and he's like, they just lit me up. I'm like, no, they didn't. I think he's like, no, and they did. So they blue lit. So there was a cop that was behind us.
Yeah.
Comes up to the passenger side. He was like, all right, he's coming to your side. Just shut up. Don't say anything. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So
You just sit there like a mute. Like he's like, ma'am.
You
what are you-"
set me up.
well, so apparently they only ask questions of the driver.
Sure.
And, they don't engage the passenger unless the passenger is stupid and doesn't listen to orders.
Here we go.
What are you pulling me over for?
So I'm sitting
We know our rights.
So I'm sitting there, and if I'm completely frank with you, we've had...
What's your badge number?
I want to see your...
I'm recording you.
Did you calibrate that? Did you calibrate that?
Just for the record, her name's not Karen. It's not Karen.
So I'm like, okay, don't say anything. 3 beers, 3 shots. I'm like, fuck. And I'm not worried. One, because I'm not driving, and I'm like, get a cop next thing. I'm not worried about it. He's gonna do some cop mojo, and we're gonna be good. And this is kind of how that worked out. So the guy comes up on this side, and oh man, he's a freaking gorgeous specimen. He's got a tatted arm, sleeve, huge muscles, nice. And I'm trying not to look, but I'm trying to look, and I'm trying to do what I was told. And so,
Officer, come to my window. You're giving a lady boner.
Rob pulls out his
Twit card.
He says, "Can I see your driver's license?" Rob says, "Well, yeah, well, officer, I don't have it, but here is my card."
And the officer's like, so you can go to fucking Canada. I don't care. Doesn't mean you can drive this car.
He had his boss, he had his police department ID on him. Like he carries it with him.
Yeah, of course.
And the guy goes, "Okay, so what happened to your ID?" He's like, "Yeah, I lost it in the airport on my way down." He's like, "Really, man? That's crazy." "Yeah, I know. I fucking lost it, whatever." And he's like, "So you're driving this car with an expired tag, and I'm not going to ask you if you've been drinking, and no license." And he goes, "That's correct."
I'm not going to lie to you.
All of that is true.
The cop says,
Great powers of deduction, you got.
Let me ask you this, detective. Where'd you learn your stuff?
Because I told you all of
fucking
that.
Inspector Gadget over here is no joke.
Clouseau.
So
Mr.
he does
Magoo, you
like
solved it.
he does like this on the be right back, on my side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Like,
Did the cop have a southern accent? Because it would have been like the two most annoying accents in the world. Like, shit, what are you talking about? Like,
it wasn't that bad. He was, and plus I figured it was pretty early. It was like 6:00 in the evening, right? So, he
That's
comes
real early for a traffic stop.
Yeah, he comes back and he's like, so did you get a ticket for the tag? And he didn't say me specifically. And so all I do is exactly what Rob said not to do. I grab my purse and I pull it into my lap. And Rob's talking. I don't even know what he's saying. And I'm just digging through my purse. And I've got 2 expired registration tags and a ticket that I just
Cari, you're killing me.
And I can kind of feel the heat of Rob over here.
Wanting to roll your head up in the window.
He goes, so okay. So, and then he kind of says it again. So what the situation is, we've got an expired tag, an officer with no driver's license from another state. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to ask you again if you've been drinking.
Yeah.
Is there anything legal going on in this car? And I was like,
She's a prostitute.
Have you ever written up someone for solicitation?
I'm just shaking my head like, we're going to jail.
Officer, I'm just going to say this. Checkmate.
Right. Done and done.
All right, officer, I know how to get out of this. Pull your pants down. I'll get us out of this, Cari. Just don't worry.
He goes, look, that sticker, big red flag. Here's your warning. Get home. And I was like, thank you, officer. And Rob said, thank you, officer. And we get out of the car. We walk into Bullino's. We get more alcohol and we drive home.
Yeah, why? Of course, why not? Yeah.
It can't happen twice, right? So, at that point, you just take the tag off and put tag applied for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. With like a
It's not legal in any fucking way.
Cardboard. So that was Thursday. Got back Friday.
Wait, this is the night after.
Exactly 1 week.
Oh, one week later.
1 week
Cari,
later.
have you fixed the tag?
So the tag is fixed. And then guess what came in the mail? Guess what came in the mail today?
A tag? I mean, your sticker.
No. What came in the mail today was the bill, because you have to go to Lexington County Assessor's Office to get the bill.
Pay that $50 fine at the DMV.
Well, and I went down there and I'm like, look, you guys, I said, I might be losing my mind. And she said, we've been getting a lot of complaints. And I'm like, okay. They didn't give me a late fee on that bill. So I pay that bill.
Yeah.
I go over to the White Rock or Valentine DMV.
Peak exit.
Go in there, and I'm like, look, guys, like I got nothing. And the girl at the counter tells me, she said both Richland and Lexington County are telling them that they haven't received bills. Now they were just smart enough to go and ask, and it went in one side of my brain and out the other, and it never bounced back around for me to remember to go and do anything about it.
Yeah.
And then I go and check the mail earlier today, and I'm like, fuck. There it is. So I got a $240 ticket.
Oh,
the first one, because it was expired. Hopefully I can get out of that. But so that was my little bit of drama this last week.
Oh my God. Well, that's our show.
Yeah. Well, thanks. That was good. Hey, I know we were going to roll dice here in a second, but I did want to play something just to open the show with, because we did lose.
I mean, but I already opened it, right?
So roll your dice.
Yeah, we did lose Gilbert Gottfried yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So I did want to play one of his classics.
A family is sitting around the breakfast table, a father, mother, and their 2 little boys. The mother goes up to one of the little boys and goes, "So, what would you like for breakfast?" He goes, "I'll have the fucking French toast." So she smacks him across the face, starts beating him. Then the father takes off his belt and starts whipping the kid with it. And the mother's slapping him, and the father's whipping the kid. And then they send him off crying hysterically to his room. And then the mother goes up to the other little boy and goes, "And what would you like for breakfast?" And the little boy goes, "I sure don't want the fucking French toast."
That was a shock. I didn't know. I don't know if anybody knew that he was ill.
Yeah,
or
he was
sick
ill.
or-
He'd been ill for quite some time.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
My favorite thing I've ever seen him do was reading 50 Shades of Grey.
I saw
didn't
that
see
too.
that.
And you licked my areola slowly with his fingers inside me.
Oh, my God.
I want you to plug into all the way into my electrical outlet slowly.
It was fucking awful.
It's cringeworthy right now to hear you say it.
He used to he would go on Howard Stern all the time. Like, I think he was on Howard Stern more than 100 times over the course of like the 40 years or whatever Stern's been on the radio. And like, he used to do this thing. It was like Vampire Godfrey. Like, it was Dracula Godfrey. That was great. He used to do Groucho Marx impression where it was, I can't do it, but it was just hilarious.
And what's funny is his real voice was so timid and quiet.
It was, yeah.
He tells some sick jokes.
Yeah, he was very blue. I mean, Bob Saget, Gilbert Gottfried. It was 2 really, really sweet men outside of the shows and whatnot.
Right.
But
I'll have to, in his memory, I'll have to go back and have a, little...
Watch Aladdin.
Watch something. I kind of like the 50 Shades of Grey thing. So I'm going to...
that would, you ought to check that out.
College Humor did that with him.
That was really funny. All right. Y'all know how this works. So what we're going to do is we've got some die that we've put on our phones that we're going to roll.
20-sided die.
20. Yeah, we're going to roll some 20-sided die. So at the count of 3, tap it. 1, 2, 3. I got 10.
Fuck.
12.
12.
I got 3.
3, 10. All right. Well, Zach, you're gonna headline us then.
Welcome to hell, boys.
So
this one's called Batman's Weird as AF.
okay,
And it is hilarious, and I know Barrett likes to crap on Batman, so here we go.
I do.
Ayo, Master Bruce. I was just doing some butler thinking, and you fight crime so much. You got all the money in the world. It's time to think about hiring a sidekick or a partner.
Little boy. Little boy. Find me a little boy. I'll train him.
Oh, my God.
Sir, we're in Gotham. There's plenty of grown men that already know karate.
First of all, I don't do karate, okay? Nobody does karate but Chuck Norris, okay? Second of all, I can't get somebody grown. I gotta protect my secret identity.
What that got to do with your identity?
Why get someone grown when you can shape a little boy?
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Ooh, go try the circus. He should be really flexible.
Just getting so weird. The more specific you are.
Do we have any little boy-sized spandex suits?
No, I've Must have never got one because I was thinking about my freedom. Robin. Robin? What that got to do with bats?
Flight.
I should have been something else. I'm in this empty house.
Go get a little.
All right, no, I'm going.
Go get a little boy.
So I guess I'm going to the circus tonight.
Go get a little boy.
I'll find me a little. Do I ask him? Do I interview him? Do I ask his parents? Do I kidnap him? What am I? How does one obtain a little boy for non-weird? Oh, it's weird.
What do people like? What do you have to do for those types of things to pop into your head is what I want to know. Like, because those weird things every now and then will pop in, but not that often.
I think it's safe to say that he had an assumption about Batman that we've all sort of thought,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, Robin's weird.
Robin is a weird character.
The only thing
his name is Dick Grayson. Am I wrong? It's Dick Grayson.
With
Right?
the ambiguously gay duo from
Saturday
Night
Yeah.
Live. Okay.
Ambiguously gay
Dick Grayson,
duo.
Todd. There's three. There's like
there've been three.
Damian Wayne is the current Robin.
Oh, okay.
Carrie Kelly was a Robin little girl. She becomes Batgirl.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I did see the movie. I thought it was pretty good.
It was good.
I
loved it.
I did enjoy it. All right. Here's this one. This one's short, and I'll describe it after the fact. So that way it just sort of carries for itself. If it plays, not sure. It might.
Somebody's pulling a Cari.
We're just.
And the studio's Wi-Fi has been cut off.
That would be disappointing.
Spare can't pull up.
Keeping your footing when out in nature.
Oh, I saw this.
I'm just gonna play it again.
Of keeping your footing when out in nature.
So he ain't shit.
So essentially, what it is he's walking along a trail, and he tells you that it's important to keep your footing while walking. But the kicker for me was him hitting the water. Jesus,
Jesus.
Easily my favorite part. So that's
you guys.
entertaining.
I actually saw that one earlier today, and I was going to send it to myself, and I was like, nope, because I feel like, and I did. I said, I bet you someone else is going to have that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's funny. I've seen it a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the second time I've seen it because we have that other account.
Your For You page is like, do you like the same shit?
Is this one of your friends?
Okay, guys. These guys are shits and gigs, and I love them.
Okay.
They're very quickly becoming some of my favorite videos to watch.
When you were out hiking, I say, real quick, I'm just going to take a piss. While you're looking out into the horizon, you hear me like, I got bit by a rattlesnake on my toe. The only way to save my life...
I'm not sucking your toe.
The only way to save my life is you suck the poison out.
Never.
You have to suck the poison out for 10 seconds.
No.
You're going to let me die. Say with your chest, James, I will let you die. Say that. No. Don't, no. Because that's what, no. You're gaslighting me. You need to say right now, I'm going to let you die.
In this scenario, James, I'm going to let you die.
Would you let me suck yours, or would you just die like a man?
I mean, I don't necessarily think I'd have a choice. It will be your choice what you want to do. I would still say don't do it, but I know you would do it anyway.
Oh, so you're going to save face and live. You tricksy little kid. You want to save face and live. You mean...
You tricksy little kitten. I love that.
Can I point out that a fire truck just passed after the speedy chase during your story?
Yeah.
I don't think it didn't end well.
I hear ambulance.
I heard it.
I hear an ambulance. Yeah, that's.
Hey guys,
that is honestly
play dumb games.
That
win
was
dumb prizes.
That was my only fear of moving into this room was how close it was to the street.
Yeah.
Not for the sounds, but for someone driving through. Because this is.
God damn.
I'm not entirely certain that this is not a structural sound
it
wall.
Is brick.
I mean, is it brick on the outside?
Yeah. Okay. It's I'll give it to you. It's brick. My concern is.
I've seen cars take bricks out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I took a brick wall out of it.
But it will stop it enough that it'll probably move the table into me, but it'll be crushed.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm like, Cari, get buried off of me.
Just keep. All I ask.
He's gone.
All I ask is that you just keep recording.
Yeah.
Just keep recording.
Don't hit that button.
We can sell the footage to ABC or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fair. All right, Zach, you are up again. So
I brought Carrie's man crush.
Oh no.
Oh, is it bad kid? Oh yeah. Okay.
What? Why are you so out of breath? I just beat the shit out of a vampire. A vampire? Yeah. I was on the way back from Little Caesars. Pizza, pizza. I'm sure you've heard of it. Jumped out of an alleyway and he said, "I'm gonna suck you dry." But me, being the quick thinker, I remembered that I had garlic butter with my pizza. So I reached in, I grabbed the little cup, and I smashed it in his eyes.
I reached in.
Waste, right? While I was blinded, I found a loose rock and I started smashing his head in until he stopped hissing at me. He was hissing too? I like it. With every word. Kind of like he had a lisp or something. A lisp? Are you sure that wasn't just Sucky Joe? Sucky Joe? Yeah, he lives behind Little Caesars. He sucks people for a slice. And he's missing all of his teeth other than his two canines. So he'd easily be mistaken for a vampire.
Oh my god. Sucky Joe.
He sucks people for a slice.
Could you imagine all the women that are like, "Hun, how come there's a piece of?" I could not wait until I got home.
Why is there a piece missing every time you go?
Oh, I used to have a guy that showed.
Stop right there.
I used to have a guy that.
Barrett, do not follow up a story about Sucky Joe and I used to have a guy.
There was a guy that would show up, would hang out at my house, and every time he'd come over, he'd stop at Little Caesars on the way, and he would always show up with 2 pizza boxes, but only 1 pizza. Like, he would eat the entire pizza on the way over to the house.
Oh my god!
But now that there's a Sucky Joe, he is obviously sharing a lot of that pizza. All right, I'm gonna.
So you suck me for a slice.
Yeah, my assumption is he went all in. Home run.
I got you hot and ready, big guy.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this one.
I am driving a lifted Dodge Ram truck. My lifted Dodge Ram truck has blinding white LED headlights positioned exactly at eye level. I am currently tailgating you in the right lane, even though you're going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit and the left lane is open. There are Monster Energy and Fox Racing stickers on the rear windshield of my lifted Dodge Ram truck. There are perfectly clean mud tires and massive chrome rims on my lifted Dodge Ram truck. I make $31,000 a year and thought that was a wise financial decision. I bring cases of Bud Light to girls at high school parties.
All that checks out.
Yeah, and on the back
only
of
thing that's missing is the Carolina lift.
yeah, except true. Except it does have it does have "Let's Go Brandon" on the back of there. So the guy was proud enough of his truck that he was like, "I'm going to put something really cliche." And
can I tell you, someone was so fucking enraged about the Biden sticker being scratched off at this gas pump. With a Sharpie, they wrote "Let's Go Brandon" like a foot long, half a foot wide. I was like,
okay,
calm down.
You know what? Like, I think this is gonna sound maybe
that's
a little
impotent
biased,
rage if I've
but
ever seen.
Yeah, no kidding. It's very
I
passive.
put status macabre stickers on everything, but don't go put that shit on other
because they're gonna Google why there's something called status macabre.
I mean,
when you see a Biden one that's like, I did that, you're like,
right, whatever, dude. Get
Someone
out of here.
doesn't understand the economy, so let's just keep pumping gas.
I'd also like to point out that the gas is at the same price it was before Russia invaded Ukraine now. So I whatever.
It is back down. Okay.
This episode of What the Pod Was That is brought to you by GOT Sound Studio. GOT Sound Studio offers a variety of experiences: music, voice and instrumental recording and production, video and still photography. GOT Sound Studio has all of your media needs met. Owned and operated by Dominique Stewart, the Neek the Geek, experienced artists as well as up-and-coming will find everything they need to create. Bring your media needs to one of the most talented producers and engineers in the business, Neek the Geek. You can find details by visiting gotsoundstudio.com or calling 803-243-2302. You can also find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com.
Is it my turn?
No, yes,
Oh.
it is. I was just kidding.
Did you see, like,
I'm really just,
kinda
you
felt
got
sad for
crushed quick.
myself.
That was
Yeah,
really
it was
bad.
I was like, stop, Cari. Zach, you got a video.
So just to kind of give you an idea, like it's been an okay week, but it's been a great week. It's kind of like, have you ever gotten in the car and put your music, your playlist on.
Sure.
To go for
Oh,
your
yes.
20-minute drive, and the entire fucking 20 minutes out of all the songs you love, you can't find one song until the last 5 seconds of your trip.
Yep.
That's been my week.
Uh-huh.
So
You're searching for that song?
Still searching. It's like, Chasing Pavement by fucking Adele, or
there was a TikTok that's apropos to that. It was the guy talking like, what mood am I going to be in today?
Right.
When he gets in his car in the morning and he's shifting through like rock and roll country. Like, who am I going to be today?
Right. Okay.
That struggle is real. I
agree.
totally
And it sets your tone.
It does.
It
Yeah, I
sets the
agree.
freaking tone.
I agree.
Okay, you guys, this is hilarious. I never had this happen, but as a parent, I can totally relate.
All right.
Are we ready?
We are ready.
Coming off of mute and pushing play.
He's been proposed to at school. Who proposed to you, Millie?
Who was it now?
Who wa-
Tommy.
So Tommy's proposed to Millie, and she keeps telling us she's got a ring in her bag. So, like anyone, we was expecting the Haribo ring.
Oh,
Millie,
no.
can you just go and get the ring that Tommy proposed to you with today, please?
Oh, no.
Tommy has stolen his mother's
Oh, my gosh.
engagement ring.
Oh,
3 enormous diamonds.
That's a big
and
rock.
proposed to Millie.
that's amazing. This kid's going places.
Go on then, Tommy.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God.
So I
Oh
expect
my
for you to have a story like that in a few years for us.
Yeah. Yeah. See, my girls are going off to the nunnery. So that's already planned.
There's one around here?
You're going to be
I will
going
find
abroad.
it. I will find it.
the only
I figure
person you're marrying is Christ.
the people, the kids the most safe in the Catholic Church are probably the girls. So
That's fair.
My advice is like, just don't be a whore.
You can be anything you want to be, but not a slut.
that's right.
Just like, make them fight. I don't know. Like, come on.
Make them earn it.
I don't want to kill people, but I will.
It reminded me of a time, I don't know if you guys did this, but when my brother and I, there's 4 of us total, but when my brother Brian and I were the closest, when we were the only 2 in the house, we lived, I think I was 5 and Brian would have been 3, and my mom was still asleep, and I was like, let's play hide and seek. And so my mom took her rings off every night before she went to bed, and she'd put them in this one particular spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got her and my dad's ring, and I hid them in the backyard. And I never found them, and my brother could never find them, but he didn't know that was the treasure that I hid. And for, it wasn't until like the last 10 years that I finally told my mom that I was the one that took the rings, and they're in the backyard in Florida somewhere. And she was like,
That explains y'all's relationship now.
Oh my God.
So I saw that, and I've seen it before, but it popped up again this morning. I was like, yeah, this is a sign.
Do you know whoever has that house now, the kid ran like, look what I found.
Nice.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. Does a murder happen here?
The finger fell off.
There was
in
no
the
bones
backyard.
or anything, right? Like a pimp got murdered. There was
Randy
3
Travis digging up bone.
Digging up bones.
All right,
I'm
Zach
digging up
is
bones.
up next.
So, this guy is a fellow South Carolinian. So
Oh,
I
terrific.
appreciate that. He is hilarious.
Awesome. Always glad to see South Carolinians.
So, this is what happened. I'm in the restroom, releasing the Kraken in the handicap stall.
Do you always take the handicap stall?
Oh, yeah. If it's open, every time. I love the
Every
space, great square
time.
footage, and you can really, spread out.
You see, I prefer the small middle ones. The compactness compels me. The additional privacy. Like the crevice, too, in between the door. Like it's thin enough where you're not really seeing a lot of eyeballs peeking in on you.
For me, the handicap stall is like the exit row of an airplane. Nobody likes the flying coach. Nobody likes using a public restroom, but the extra leg room makes it a lot more bearable.
That's a great analogy.
So what happened, though? Yeah, back to the story. So I'm taking one of those deuces where you're like, I'm going to be here a while.
We've all been there.
And then all of a sudden, I start hearing the sounds of rotation, rolling rubber, frictioning against a recently mopped floor.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. So I looked under the stall. 3 wheelchairs waiting in line.
Mhm. So long story short, I walk out and finish 35 minutes later, and these guys just ripped me a new asshole. It was already ripped from the turd. but these guys just tore that shit up.
So what'd they say?
They were like, you privileged 2-legged fuck. I fell off a goddamn horse.
That's brutal.
How do you sleep with yourself at night?
That's brutal.
Yeah, I felt so bad. Never felt worse my whole existence. And now I'm just like questioning my entire life. I'm like, is the handicap stall not fair game? I thought it was.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
It's not like a handicap parking spot, right?
Oh, no, that's uncalled for. If you park in a handicap parking spot, that's a violation of the law.
Exactly. Like, I've never walked into a bathroom and seen a cop giving out pooping tickets.
I mean, I think with the stall, it's open for everyone, but you run the risk if you're in there and, someone comes in that needs it, you just end up looking like a complete douchebag.
Yep, that was me. Just wrong stall, wrong time.
Just take it on the chin and apologize.
And these guys ripped me a new asshole.
I think we can all relate to that because that actually happened, not with the wheelchair, but a woman in crutches came into the bathroom. It's the only time it ever happened to me in my entire life. Literally, I shit you not. I was at GIS, and I'll never forget the woman's name. I'm still friends with her on Facebook today. And I was like,
she knows it was you in the stall.
Yes, because I had to do the walk of shame in front of her. And she had to literally go into the restroom that I just walked out of.
So she suffered.
She's like,
Carrie, just so you know, the seat's still warm.
Exactly. The potty that I just got my ass off of that's still warm. She hobbles in there, and I was like, and I'm sorry for more than one thing, but we're not going to talk about it now.
Well, hopefully she's listening and she accepts because, yeah.
What did you eat?
It's never lingered like this before. And
I'm not even lighting a match. It's going to.
Yeah.
This is probably why I'm single.
Open.
I here paying for premium but can't afford my for you better. Take me my money. Hi, I'm a pimp. And if the common man can't afford premium gas, how is he going to afford to pay for my premium women? So please, fight for peace in Ukraine. Get out.
He's a good-looking pimp. I like how he had the watch around his knuckles. Did you miss that, Zach?
Always checking the time. Always checking the time.
Can't pay for this premium gas. How you gonna pay for my premium women? I love the little, public service announcements.
Yeah, those are always entertaining.
My turn.
Yeah.
You guys, I found this new chick that is my favorite.
Oh.
Today. Not like that. Stop.
Look, you are not going to get. You're not going to get any judgment.
Don't tell me there's no judgment after those looks.
No, you can take the girl out of the prison, but you can't take the prison out of the girl.
I just like to point out we are judgment free here. You are welcome
we
to
don't kink shame.
Experience life.
We didn't say anything about Pig Norman.
Any way you'd like.
That's who I thought you were going to spring when you said
my favorite. I did too. I was a little concerned there was a Pig Norman coming up.
There's only so much you can get out of Pig Norman.
But how come you said my favorite and I went straight to Pig Norman?
Well, you said Francis.
Yeah. Oh no, you're not wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
You're absolutely right.
I absolutely thought it was going to be Pig Norman though.
Pig Norman Somerton. Yeah. Keep his fucking name.
Okay.
You're gonna show us an OnlyFans of Pig Norman Somerton.
No. There's no Pig Norman today.
Boo.
Oh,
boo.
Sad.
I showed Gabrielle Pig Norman. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly.
I was like, "It really gets Cari, and apparently it gets Barrett too."
It in a different way, for sure. In a completely different way.
Completely
different way.
Completely different. It's just intriguing to me that a man that's so wise can.
What
really,
makes you think that the man with the tattoos on his forehead is wise?
Just his age.
That was it.
He's
just
wise.
His age.
He's wise in
He's
years.
a young soul.
Just his age. That's all it was. It was just his age. She was.
It was the boobs.
Can't imagine. Oh man.
It was the dual vacuum
And
cleaner hookup.
Do you imagine he probably has kids, right? Somewhere.
Really? That is not what I imagined.
But somebody's looking at that. And
I
hope not.
From
His
my
kids
perspective,
are like, Mom died and
Dad died.
Whales.
Nope, father died too.
All right, Dad's dead too.
He's got nobody. He's alone except for
he suffered.
I'm not calling you Pig Dad. I'm leaving.
What does it say? Pig Norman is Teresa Slut or something on his chest. Whoever that chick is. Okay.
She's a keeper.
She's a keeper.
Cari's jealous.
so jealous. So Stanzy Patanza. And like I said, I just found her today. She's got kind of this kind of dry, dark humor. Shut up, Zach.
That works.
Here we go.
Hello? Is someone... Oh my god.
Ooh, I thought you left.
Are you a ghost?
Yes.
Are you gonna kill me?
No.
Oh. Have you been here the whole time?
Yes.
Been here for like 2 years.
Correct.
Why haven't you like done anything?
You got enough on your plate, babe.
What does that mean? Watched you re-download Hinge like 5 times this week.
no,
You've been
it's
starting and stopping keto for like 3 months. I've seen what's on your private browser.
Okay, thank you. You said it.
I saw you try to use one of your lady gadgets on yourself. It died halfway through, and then you ended up crying in the shower for 40 minutes while singing cellophane to yourself.
Why are you saying this?
All I'm saying is that why would I haunt you when you are haunted enough by the awful choices you make every day? That's really rude. When was the last time you watched a ghost movie about a single person? No, it's always a family or a couple. Worth haunting.
Great.
Get a fucking grip and I'll consider it, because right now the only paranormal activity here is your poor choices.
I'd rather you just start throwing shit
Also, you're
around.
not treating that UTI correctly.
How do you know
that?
That girl's hardcore goth.
Yeah.
Oh, she's hardcore?
Hardcore goth.
I thought she was a little bit.
Oh.
That's
That is
hardcore?
funny.
I thought she was. I think she's adorable. I love her. She's my new
She
favorite.
kind of reminds me of 80 Bryant from SNL a little bit.
I saw that today and I was like, fuck.
Are you now regretting your house being haunted?
I'm like, why do I relate to this? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yep, yeah.
All this checks.
Yeah. Cha-ching.
Ghost.
It's the most it's most embarrassed.
It's okay.
And she's like, you're haunting me. God.
Yeah, most embarrassed haunt ever.
Oh, I laughed way too hard on that one.
I have another.
All right. Zach is going to have another.
What's that smell? I'm cooking some food. What kind of food? I call it ham water. Tell me more. You take some water, you take some ham, you mix it all together inside a pan. I have a question. It's Dave. What should I do if I found a gun?
What?
Dave? Did you find a gun? Maybe I did. Where did you find it? Who's to say? We're serious, Dave. Hi there, Sirius. My name's Dave. Oh my gosh. Did I commit a crime? Where is it now? It's in this bag. Oh my gosh. What's that?
Oh, it's Dave.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
All right, I'm going to do my last one, and it's a short one. So just I want you all just to consider the evidence.
Uh-oh.
And you can thank
Is
me.
this the Hitler Argentina stuff?
You can thank me afterwards.
Butterfly in the sky. Butterfly in the sky. What? I can go twice as high. Okay. Take a look. It's in a book. Let's go. A reading rainbow.
Yeah. Easily the greatest remix of that song ever. There's I
That
win.
brought back some memories.
I win.
Barrett, you totally. I mean, not that this is a raise. My funny, but competition.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that was good.
Little John doing Reading Rainbow is by far my favorite.
Oh man, that was great.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I'm gonna have to download that, and that'll be probably what I listen to every day from now on.
I want the whole song.
That song makes me feel like I'm having a stroke.
Does it?
Wow! What? Lil Jon remixed it? Is Jordy okay with it?
Star Trek for the win. Anybody else have another one?
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, Zach,
I mean, I could go on, but I don't know if we're out of time or not.
we're close. You two. Well, Zach started, but Zach can finish too. Okay. We're gonna let Zach finish this time because from what I hear,
I never get to.
This will be an opportunity.
I was like, I'm not gonna go there. I don't know where this.
That's a good thing, Barrett.
I couldn't even make. I don't know if you saw me, but I looked away. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
We're gonna have to adjust the microphone so that they're back at eye level, so that we can't see each other's faces.
I was like, get off me, I'm done.
I thought this was really cute.
All right. I don't know why I'm continuing to laugh. It's probably one of those sound fillers.
No, this is adorable. Here we go.
Some very important questions to ask you. I need you to answer as honestly as you can. Kurt, do you promise you'll learn to read Courtney's mind and help her with the cooking before she has to ask?
I do.
That's a big one. Do you promise you'll let Courtney adjust the temperature of the aircon to suit her, knowing that you'll never win?
I do.
And do you promise you'll always listen to Courtney and do things the first time she asks?
I do.
Courtney, you can answer however you like. Do you promise you'll go fishing with Kurt whenever he wants to?
I do.
Do you promise not to ask Kurt how much his car parts cost, knowing that you'll never be happy with the answer?
Okay, yeah, I do.
And do you promise you'll save all big life questions and serious chats for when Kurt is very much awake and not trying to fall asleep?
I do.
All right.
That was
That's
just
funny.
adorable.
Perfect.
That's
That
funny.
is perfect.
All right,
We're
Zach.
just going to sit here and lie to each other at the very conception of our marriage.
Don't most.
As if we don't write a hit country song today, our careers are over. I need ideas. Well, Jimbo, how about we write a song about a specific brand of alcohol? That's been done before, Billy. No, we pick a different brand of alcohol. They've all been done. Who's next? How about we write about a truck in a field? No. A truck on a dirt road? No. A truck bed? Stop it. Fellas, how about we write about a chick in booty shorts? That's been done before, Buckwheat. Okay, how about a dude in booty shorts? Nah, country scene's probably not ready for that. Fellas, I think I got something here. What is it, Billy? We combine all these ideas into one song. Okay, show us what you got. There's a girl in a truck in a field by a road. She was wearing booty shorts and sipping on Jack D and touching Jack's D. Wow, that was beautiful, Billy. Guys, if we don't write
And that's clearly when country took a turn.
Because that's all country is nowadays, outside of like Eric Church.
I feel like that's true. Hey, good show, everybody. That was fantastic.
I
It was really fun, guys.
My jaw hurts. We still have to record another show.
That has nothing to do with the show.
Yeah. I would like to point over. I didn't get pulled over twice.
That's true.
Okay, that's fair.
Cari gonna have to offer your butt to the cop.
But you know what? I didn't go to jail, and I got a pretty funny story. So
it worked out.
I mean, I'm only out $230.
Officer, I'll tell this whole story on my podcast.
It was just so funny. So there's nothing really legal going on in this car.
North Myrtle Beach.
No, it was hysterical. And the fact that cops actually showed up while you're telling that story.
Yeah, that was ironic.
Right, and then they
tire
crashed.
squealing did scare
Yeah,
me.
the tire squealing. No, that was concerning.
Well, and then I doubt anybody's going to be able to hear that though.
Probably not.
Yeah,
probably not. But just for a recap, when we started the episode, if you hear sirens, we and us reacting, it's because not only did we hear the sirens, but we also saw the blue lights. We heard the squealing of tires as they went by. There was a fire truck and at least an ambulance.
Yeah, so we're pretty sure somebody wrecked somewhere. So maybe somebody's in like the Zaxby's dining area.
Yeah,
like there's a car
I'm not
sitting in the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, a car launched into Red Robin today. Hurting no one, but the guy fled on foot.
Yeah. The only way that was probably
doors.
true and didn't hurt anybody is it was like a Shoney's or something.
Grabbed a basket of those bottomless fries.
Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah, Ruby. All gone.
All right.
All right, good show, everybody. Thank you very much. I guess I'm just going to hit this button here. As always, a special thanks to Neek the Geek, engineer and producer, as well as owner and operator, GOT Sound Studio at Columbia, South Carolina. To book any time, you can call 803-243-2302. You can email gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. You can find details at gotsoundstudio.com or on Facebook. Just search for GOT Sound Studio. As well, special thanks to Muff the Producer, responsible for our beats. Follow him on Instagram at Muff the Producer. If it seems like these episodes are too far apart, you can check out our partner podcast. Zach and I host the All About Nothing podcast with Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast platforms. You can visit theallaboutnothing.com for links and details. As well, you can check out our own DJ Lonzo's Top 5, hosted by Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast listening platforms. Finally, Cari hosts another popular podcast with her partner Chrissy, Status Macabre, on most of the podcast platforms as well. Find details at statusmacabre.com. Follow Zach King on Twitter at CarolinaKing21. You can follow Cari Simmons on Twitter at Cari_Simmons. You can follow me, Barrett Gruber, at Barrett Gruber. And you can follow the show on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. If you'd like to make any suggestions to share on the show, you can email us suggestions@whatthepodwasthat.com or tweet us. For more information and links, visit our website at whatthepodwasthat.com. Everybody have a great week. This What the Pod Was That episode was recorded live from the Matty Johnson Podcast Studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. What the Pod Was That is produced and engineered by Neat the Geek, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. To support the show, please follow us on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. What the Pod Was That is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Cari Simmons, Zach King, Muff the producer, Neat the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. Thank you for listening. What the Pod Was That is a part of the GOT Podcast Network and a product of Barrett Gruber Entertainment and Media.